finished Finding Home by Jenn McMahon, performed in duet by Savannah, Peachwood and Teddy Hamilton. This book was a joy. I have been really struggling with listening and connecting with books for, I don't think any fault of the books. I think just my mindset, how I've been feeling. It's not been the greatest time. And this book just like pushed through all of that. It was like, we're gonna make you laugh, we're gonna make you smile, we're gonna make you swoon. You are gonna be here for it all. So we have Grumpy Griffin or Angry Cowboy, depending what mood we're in with him. And he really is grumpy. He is grumpy with everybody. It's not just with the female main character. He doesn't like city people based on his past experience, and has really, because of that, closed himself off. He loves his family, but is kind of standoffish with them as well, just because he's closed himself off to any sort of feeling. And then we enter in Blair, who has just had a really shitty thing happen to her, and her relationship is ended, but her entire life has been about pleasing other people, whether that was her parents or her husband, and now she is out for herself. And what I really loved about her was she didn't, yes, she wallowed. Who doesn't wallow when that happens? Hello. But she kind of takes the bull by the horns and it's like, no, you know what? I know my worth. I am not going to be spoken to this way. I'm not going to be treated this way. I'm going to do what's right for me. And I loved that. And so she goes to this small town, and the first thing she thinks is, she meets this grumpy person. It's like, God, please don't let that be who my new neighbour is. Of course it is. Of course it is. But she slowly wears him down, and it's like, I got a smile from him, and people are like, what now? Because nobody thinks that he does that anymore. And watching the push and pull between them, her more sunshine, his total grumpiness, and seeing them slowly chip away at it. And her, really, you know, she deserves love. She deserves to have somebody step up and be there. We have some fantastic side characters. I mean, Nan is awesome. Who doesn't love her? But then I really love Tucker. I was like, okay, I need Tucker to have a story. Don't make me wait too long for it. And then we have so many others come in. I mean, he has Griffin has two sisters, Poppy and Lily, and Poppy has now got a new neighbour on her street who is a former head coach, football coach. You know that it's like catnip for me. I am here for it. The performances were absolutely outstanding. So firstly, yes, it is a duet narration, and it really did lend itself to duet, and the production was fantastic. Savannah, Peachwood and Teddy Hamilton, really, their voices really jive really well together, especially in this book. And I think these were the perfect voices, because Grumpy Teddy is just so good. But pairing that with Savannah, who has that more sweet, sultry kind of tone, and the way she voices Blair and gives us that connection of it, is really just brilliant. And together, it just matches so lovely. And you really... It would have been easy to have been like, Griffin's just being a dick, like, whatever, dude. But actually, the way he's performed and also the text really makes you feel for him and understand where he's coming from. And the same with Blair. I think it would have been easy to be like, oh, she's come in and she's like diving in, and she could have very easily have been a character that came across as better than because of where she was from, but we never get that feeling for her. She is so happy to be there, and I think the way Savannah voiced it as well really lends itself well to that. Absolutely a joy to listen to. Go pick it up. It is available now, and this is book 1 of a new series, and this was my first Jenn McMahon, and it definitely won't be my last. I am going to go look at her back catalogue, but I also can't wait for the next book in this series. So go check it out.